Hello, hello. My name is Hades. And I'm from Afghanistan.
Hello.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
My friends are joining.
Alright.
Don't fall for this account. I'm actually champion on my main.
Nice, nice.
Yes.
Trust me, he's not. He's the one.
He's the most worst player you've ever seen in your life. Worse than a beginner.
Ah,
What do you mean I'm champion
nice.
on my... What?
GG.
Yeah, 1v5 easy.
Let's start, man.
I'm
stop
champion
the
on my other
game.
account.
5v1.
Yo, start it up, let's go. Teams of 4, let's go.
Oh yeah, your other account, you just like your Smurf is level 244.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's my main. My main's level 244. I'm a champion. What are you on about?
Probably cop on that.
Nah,
Rebecca, how would you be champ and have a silver Smurf?
Nah, this is my throwing account here because I had some friends. Yeah, like
Good kiddie.
you lot. Yeah. Oh no, this was my friend's account first. This is my friend's
We have to
account
go on
first.
Smurfs to play with you, so you can actually get up. Yet you still.
I can't even play
I have to
with
go
him
to
on
Smurf.
Adam can't even play with you on a Smurf.
I can't play with you on my
Smurf. I
main.
have to use Brian
Champion.
Smurf.
You'll see, yeah, next season I'll get my plat back on my Smurf.
Imagine going 2-7 in your plat game.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
first ever plat game, 2-7.
Didn't even get plat.
That was like Everard.
But let's just
No,
say
not
like
Everard.
my plat game was better.
That was Win Bastion. What man?
Do you remember my plat game?
Oh,
Yeah, you
all
cost
our
a
plat
1v3
plat
for
games are the
Clubhouse.
same.
No. Not my first ever plat. Do you remember the game?
Oh.
It's the one where Legion
What, the
impacted
season?
himself when he was using.
Oh, that, oh.
That was my first ever plat game, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this guy's named Diamond.
That was ages ago.
Multi.
Can't there ever just be a team that's just like
Wait, is this
silver
like
or
Delta
gold?
4-6 or whatever?
Yeah.
Delta 4-6, yeah.
Isn't they on they immortal?
What one?
They left it.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
Oh, go on, Taliban.
Hello, my
I'm from
friends. Hello.
Afghanistan.
Hello?
Where's your team?
Can your team play?
Yes.
Yeah. Just have
Oh my god, he's nearly champ.
Bro.
Okay, he's nearly champ.
Why can't it just be a silver team or a gold team? Yeah, I'm telling Vortex then.
Rank is dead.
Yeah.
I'm telling Vortex to join this league, you know.
Oh my god, imagine
Okay.
voting.
At least it'll be fair then.
Champions. All of them champion.
No, I'm random. I'm plat one. I'm bot.
I know.
Nah.
He's a Randy.
Follow me on Twitter, JamalskiR6. I need to.
No, no,
Why is it
follow
Kevin
me.
here?
Good plug.
Oleka
Shut up.
778.
No,
No.
waffle. He's not even fucking spelling it correct.
Oh, 788. Okay, never mind.
Twitter.
Can't
Twitter
be.
is dead.
Twitter says okay. My man's lost it.
Twitter is dead.
You lost the plot, bro.
Nice, nice.
God, this is ridiculous.
Howdy, the mother pulled up.
I can we do hostage? Secure area.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Mercy, God, you.
Hurry up.
Good boy, Joe.
Hey.
Shut up.
Okay.
Come by it up.
Oh, well, we're finally active. We have the game of Delta Force 6 versus Team Repulse. On Cafe today we have Team Repulse on the defense first. The first ban will come through and it is a Thatcher ban. Shock, really. You don't often see a Thatcher not being banned out, especially on Cafe. Delta Force, in the meantime, will be banning out the Monty, which is also another common ban for Cafe. He's extremely useful at taking out those strong anchor positions, such as the Pixel Spot or Bakery Hold. With him off the board, it makes things a lot easier for the defenders, not having to worry about that shield getting in the way. Delta Force will also ban out the Mirror. It's a good map for her Cafe, so always a strong, good idea to take her off the board if you don't want to use her, and if you're attacking first, makes your job a lot easier. And Repulse ban off the Echo. Well, nothing particularly interesting about the bans there. Now, Repulse are choosing to go to Bar and Cocktail for their first defensive site. It's probably the most common defense teams will choose to go to. A nice lineup here, but there is no Wamai being picked up here from Repulse, which makes me imagine that they might not be holding Pixel. Or if they are, it might be a lot harder for them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Camera feed up and running.
Now, the Smoke does indeed have a shield, so he could place his at Pixel, but without that one, by using the magnets, it could be a lot harder for the player there to play there, so I'm not sure if they really will set up. They have to stack a lot of ADSs there. It's just a lot of utility wasted on one spot.
10 seconds left before.
And I don't think he is going to set up there. I imagine Repulse are just going to try and play off the site rather than holding Cigar strong.
New feed activated.
A team kill in the meantime will come through. That's the Hibana taken down straight away from Delta Force. I would assume that's because the cam, he was trying to shoot the cam and it got in the way. Unfortunately for Delta Force to lose the operator, but you still have the thermite up on the board, so it's not the worst to lose out that one hard breach. Someone here is aware of someone being playing here at the bottom of white, and he will come here to try and peek garage door, catch someone off guard, but there's no one there. He does get shot at, but does manage to get away with his life, so it's nothing too bad. We already see jump here already in. Cigar taking control. He knows no one's playing inside of here, so he's able to get control very quickly. He's aware of a Valk camp that's being in here feeding intel, and a C4 is thrown up but misses there. Unfortunate for the Valkyrie below to mess that up and lose out that C4 so early on. Smokey will be playing aggressive in the white corridor, trying to peek on into Pixel. He's now peeking into Cigar. And he takes a bit of damage there through the wall. Blackbeard in the meantime will get down though. So it's effectively a 3 versus 5 now. Yeah, 3 versus 5. Delta Force on the real back foot here as the round enters the last minute. Kevin though will be able to find one, but is refrag there from Barracat on to jump, so it's down to 2 versus 4. Still over a minute left, so Delta Force have plenty of time to find exactly what they're going to do. So far it seemed like a bit of a splintered push. Thermo will take a lot of damage there, but the player will rotate back away. Flashes sail up, but there's no one close to find them. Kevin will find a nice shot, it's a double kill on the round for him. That's the Vigil taken down as well. Smoke will find one though, but so it's left Kevin all in a 1 versus 3. If he wants to win this round, he has to ace clutch. There's a lot of guns pointed at him. He has the smoke here throwing those canisters out, and he still has one in the pocket. So it's a lot of time that the smoke can waste. And he has 24 seconds left, so Kevin has to push up soon. He has to push up soon, but it's not looking likely. As he only has 20 seconds left, he has to push on to site. He hasn't made much progress whatsoever.
15 seconds to go.
There we go. It'll be, I believe, the double kill there for the smoke on the round cleans things up. Repulse with the first round win. An unfortunate round there for Delta Force. They lost a player early on, which wasn't great for them. Let's see if they can fix their mistakes this round. I was thinking about actually that Habana might have been using an elite skin, which is why she got TK'd. Anyway, the second site coming out from Repulse here will be kitchen, service and cooking. It seems like a rather standard lineup. The castle getting sick picked off the Valkyrie. The IQ is not needed. So there's a good bait there from Repulse to pick the Valkyrie and 6 pick off her to bait out that IQ pick.
Attackers need to locate
The castle is often used on this base, on this kitchen site. Here we have a rotate out into the red corridor, so you see a lot in high tier gameplay. Castle setting up into bakery. He's making a rotate in. He's probably going to cast a barricade off this single door. This will allow someone to play behind the bakery counter a lot more secure, so they don't have to worry about getting shot at here from the window.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers' objective is
Rotate on the top floor make me imagine that Delta Force will be going for a full roam clear, pushing onto the top floor first, rather than just pushing on into bakery and trying to open up the wall. Like he will be scanning things out, unless you weren't shield if you're watching the door. They have the smoke shield set up here inside of prep. No one is playing inside of the bakery area, so Delta Force, if they want, they could push on in and try and get this wall open, but they have to get vertical play before they do that to take care of these panda batteries on the wall. We have 3 players from Repulse inside, and we also have the Ash already inside. Jump will get the first pick, so that's the visual taken down. So it's a good start for Delta Force this time with them at the man advantage. I believe there is still... Actually no, there are no more roamers left for Repulse. The only player off site at the moment is the castle peeking aggressively up White Stairs. If he gets droned out, it could be a free kill here for Delta Force. But instead he peeks on up and does a lot of damage onto IQ, but doesn't net the kill. He's able to rotate back down and play inside a coach rack. Now, Delta Force almost have 2 minutes left on the round, so that's plenty of time for them to execute onto site, but Jump in the meantime will find a double kill on the round. The castle take it down as well, so Repulse only has the 3 players left on site now. It's not looking so good for them, as the F6 have so much time now to use the vertical play they have gained to attack onto site, make sure they can pinch out all the players. Jaeger will take a lot of damage there, grenade cells out. Summit will find one, but is refragged there from the Bandit, so, and a second there for the Bandit, so it's actually a 2 versus 3 now. Delta Force looking a bit shaky as it pushes on into the last minute of the round. Jaeger will just about win a gunfight, and that puts his team at a 2 versus 2. It's actually a 1 versus 2 now, as the Sophia gets downed. So with the last minute left, it's all down to Sledge 1 versus 2. He has the Jaeger put down to very low health and the Bandit on full, so he has a lot of work to do, but it is definitely possible. He doesn't have to fuse, so he has to go for the kills. Bandit's still here playing at trays, and the Jaeger off-site. The fuser is actually inside at the default plant spot. Sledge seems to know exactly where he is. He spots out the Bandit, pre-fire comes through, and he does find the kill, so it's all down to 1 versus 1 now. Jaeger at low health, he'll have to double kill and to get a clutch in this round to win it out, but no, he somehow misses the shots, and Jaeger clutches it out instead. Fantastic, I believe that's a 2 versus 4 there from Repulse to win it out. Nice shot. As Repulse have been able to win out the kitchen and top floor sites, they are now going to Reading and Fireplace. It's a strong site here for them to pick out, and Amara is picked out from Jump. I'm not sure if that's going to be 6 picked off of, I would imagine so. Yep, 6 with that onto the Sophia instead.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Here you see the smoke setting up these nice angles, which will allow him to play inside of Reading and get a nice angle on into the Fireplace door. It makes pushing train and then trying to get plant down in Fireplace a lot harder, because that angle you can't really fight back against it. It's so hard to see. We don't see to have too much utility placed upstairs. A couple of reinforcements on one class barricade. There will be more reinforcements coming though. This will allow players of Repulse to play up here safely, delay as much time as possible, so Delta Force can't get the vertical play in as quickly as they might want to. We see Jump here getting ready for perhaps a mining push. Might have even got AFK. Actually, rappelling onto the roof, so I would imagine DF6 are going for this top floor take to try and push in and get as much vertical play as possible on the site. Jump once again will get the opening kill. Bandit taken down. He's already inside of train. He got so much control already. There'll be much contention. There will be a player inside of Fireplace. Pre-fires come through, and he loses out the gunfight to the Mozzie. Unusual placement there for the Mozzie to be playing inside of that, and he does get killed there from the Ash, who is then refragged back from the Jaeger. IQ will tag on as well, so it's now a 3 versus 2 advantage to Delta Force. Smoke still playing upstairs, and Jaeger below inside of Reading. A minute and 45 seconds left. Smoke will get pushed out of position here from the X6 Thermic. A missed shot there will give away his position, and he's taken up by the Thermite, so it's now all down to the Jaeger 1 versus 3. A minute and 30 seconds left means that Delta Force really have the advantage here, and it's their round to lose once again. Sledge will be able to use vertical play, and there we go, he will also be able to finish off the final kill as well. It was important for Delta Force to win out that third round. They don't want to find themselves at a 3-round deficit from the get-go, or it could really spell their doom. It could put them in a bad mind state for the rest of the game.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Activating camera.
Once again, we see the players on the bar and cocktail site after the Repulse lose out the reading site. They're choosing to go back out to the site they've already won. It seems like a similar lineup as they had before. I'm not sure they had the Mozzie or not before, I can't really remember. But the addition of the Mozzie will take a bit of damage there, but it will allow them to have the C4 to also be played from below.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Activating drone. Wall secured.
Delta Force seem really aware of this garage door here. They don't want to get peeked and lose out a player, so they have this IQ sitting at the bottom of the stairs. No one is there this time though, so it should be safe for them to rappel up. IQ already in the kitchen below, interesting there. Just trying to clear out as many roamers as possible, and you will find no one down here though. The only roamer off-site is actually the Valkyrie on the second floor. Once again, playing below, trying to get a C4 off onto players inside of Cigar. So if he jumps in straight away
Attackers have located a bomb.
and gets a nice angle on into the freezer. Yeah, I imagine there's a Valk cam already in Cigar, which Valk could use to place a C4 from below. And there we go. He does know about the Zofini. She's got a pre-placed waiting for Zofia to move on up. Thermite also deep inside of Cigar will allow him to open up the stock wall to get more angles onto site. C4 there will get expended but will not find anyone. Delta Force will get the open pick once again. Valkyrie below will get taken out. Unfortunately, therefore, jump to win out that fight once again. Always finding these opening picks really important for his team. Trin will get lost though. And a nice angle will get the smoke as well. Unfortunate to lose the smoke, so you don't want to be losing that operator so early on in the round. Interesting set of reinforcements here. The bathroom wall hasn't been fully reinforced, which allows Sophia to get these nice angles on into sight. The Thermite is pushing in already, and Ash is already finding one. She will get refract though. The Diffuser is going down. A second there for Sledge, and we find the final one on the Vigil as well. So DF6 has now evened things up 2-2. Repulse once again are picking out Bart and Cocktail. Obviously think they can correct their mistakes from last time. The Meat will get picked out instead of the Valkyrie this time. We'll get 6 picked off though onto the Vigil instead. So giving up the C4 from the Valk in favour of the Vigil. They had the Vigil last time. I think they had the Bandit last time, so switching out the Bandit instead.
Attackers need to locate
The
and
Valk
defuse
hadn't
as many
been very
bombs
useful
as they
for them
can.
so far because the C4 just wasn't connecting, wasn't able to get the intel he needed, even though he had the Valcam watching inside a Cigar. One change this time, I would assume Repulse will be reinforcing all of this bathroom wall here. Yeah, it's a good change. You don't want to leave this soft, otherwise the attackers can just get a nice long angle all the way onto site, as you could see last time. So if they're able to finish off this smoke playing deep inside a Cocktail.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds remaining.
We also see this time a smoke placing a shield here at Pixel Corner.
Locate and defuse a bomb.
Smoke will be the one playing at Pixel, which is different. You don't often see that. You want to place him deeper in the site so he can play securely and not lose his life too early on. It would be a lot harder for him to win gunfights as well. With a smaller magazine, he can't pre-fire so much. IQ though will hot drop and find her demise. The Vigil really laying in wait there. Not a great call to lose out the IQ so early on like that. Ash will be pushing down though to try and refrag. Will get droned in, and he does find a nice shot there onto the Vigil.
Special charge. Stay clear.
Mussy will just about win a gunfight there. It's strange there for the Ash to be pushing in solo down below without getting droned in, which does allow the Mozzie to pick her up.
Tango's in sight. Third floor.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Smoke here has given up the pixel corner. He's now playing in the white corridor. Using this shotgun, so if anyone pushes here, he could easily get a free kill. One smoke can actually expended with a bit of a waste. It does allow him to rotate freely though, but jump will already be in, and he's in stock already. He's got so much control, taking out the smoke. 3 versus 3 now, and Thermite might be to get a plant down here. There we go. Guy from DF6 will once again find one. Thermite will be getting the plant down. Sophia will go down, and the diffuser hasn't actually been planted. Bandit just in time to deny that. Grenade will sail out and move the bandit out of position, but he does win out the gunfight. And they'll go Repulse with the third round, 3-2 now. Kitchen service and cooking is the site picked up here from Repulse. They won it once already, so they are looking likely to win it again. The Amaro will actually stay in play this time instead of the Ash, and the Jack will get 6 picked off of onto the IQ.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Bomb located by attackers. Attackers have located a bomb.
We might be having a process here. One of the players is above what the ping limit might be, so I might say rehost, not entirely sure.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion.
Anyway, this time it seems like a very similar setup so far from Repulse, still picking up the castle, still using the same barricades. Jaeger was last alive last time, and he did clutch things out for his team. I wonder if Repulse will change something up this time so they don't lose out so early on.
ADS deployed and ready to go. Knock, knock. ADS deployed and ready to go.
And Mario is already in, and it doesn't seem like they're going for a full map clear this time, not trying to clear out any roamers. Although there are no roamers, it's good here to read in from the F6 to realise no one's roaming. They have all 5 players on site, so they're just going to play straight on in to the brown bar area. Then will be opening up the freezer wall, which gives them a lot of pressure onto site. Surge will be involved once again, trying to find kills. The IQ in the meantime will be able to find one, not IQ, sorry, the Mario will find one that's castle taken down early on. So Mozzie takes a lot of damage as well, but he does get one onto the Amaru. Jumps though will get one. And Mozzie almost taken out. Bandit will take a lot of damage as well. It's not looking so good for here for Repulse. 3 to 4 now, 1 minute 20 seconds left. Such here watching for this flank, the Bandit just thinking about pushing on up, but he thinks better about it. Bandit, I mean Jaeger will peek on out and somehow doesn't get the kill. Bandit instead will. And Bandit will find a second there. Tripical on the round and aces on the cards for him. DF6 only have 2 players left now. It's the Thermite and the IQ Summit will get taken down by Mozzie. And it's now all down to IQ 1 versus 3. 50 seconds left on the round for him. There's a lot of damage there onto Bandit, doesn't find the kill though. Bandit does think better about his actions and rotates back around to site. All 3 players now on site, just waiting for the IQ to push on in. IQ pushes on into Brown Bar and she will be trying to peek onto site, unaware of exactly where her opponents are. Pre-fast comes through, nothing connects, so 25 seconds left, so she has to push onto site. She doesn't have diffuser, so she has to go for the kills. 20 seconds now, she peeks on in, almost finds one. The Mozzie peeks out and he does find that one. He still has 2 to find though. He has 50 seconds left, so it's not looking likely, but it is definitely possible. He finds another one, so IQ is now all down to the Bandit, who does find the kill. It's a 4 kill in the round for him. Massive round to clutch it out, and it'll go 4-2 split. Looking strong for Repulse there. Bar and Cocktail will be the site picked up first from DF6. Valkyrie will get played but 6 picked off of. Perhaps does bait the IQ pick. There we go, Mute played instead. Well, the Mute can't get played because of that Mute Elite skin. So he switches off to the Mozzie.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Deployed. Radio box. Impact. Intermediate line of fire. Toward the wall. ADS up and running. Wall's done. Back in.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Now, once again, we see no Wamai picked out here from Delta Force. It's interesting, really.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
You don't often see Wamai not in play when he isn't being banned, especially on a site like Cafe Top Floor.
ADS active in this sector. Setting breach shot.
Sonar in the meantime will get 1 kill that's opening things up onto the Legion taken out, so it's not a good idea to lose him so early on. Repulse looking strong as they go into the first minute of the round. Thermite here will try and open up the minibar wall, but does get taken out from Jump, who's playing aggressively, peeking from under New Hatch. No one refrags either, so it's a good pick from him to take out Thermite. No more hard breach on the board. They still have a couple of players playing below. We have the Vigil here on the first floor. That's the only Roma though. I'm not entirely sure why he's still down here so late in the round. There's no one repelling. He won't be able to find anyone. Bandit here trying to peek on into this IQ, playing on the white stairs. Sledge is already in and somehow takes out the Jaeger. It's now down to 2 versus 2. 1 versus 2 as Solon reacted massive triple kill on the round. It's all down to Vigil now. He's at the top of red stairs now as he rotates back up. Repulse don't have the diffuser in hand though. It's underneath the new hatch, so they have to get it. They don't know exactly where this Vigil playing is either. They think he's inside of sight. They have a lot to do. They have a minute left, so they have plenty of time to do it. Drone will come through and that'll trying to find out exactly where this Vigil is playing. He will be able to use his gadget though to block that droning intel. They can't find exactly where he is, so it could be difficult for them. They still have to pick up this diffuser. They're really scared. They think he's at white stairs. Repulse seem really lost. They can't find where the Vigil is because of that gadget. They only have 25 seconds left now, but Solonari does get a 4K on the round, finishes things off, unfortunately there for DF6, but it's now 5-2 in favour of Repulse. Bar and Cocktail is picked out once again from Delta Force. They think they can change things up and perhaps win it out this time for them. Once again we see a Lion get picked out and then 6 picked onto the Thermite. Not sure why Lion and 6 picked onto the Thermite, but
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
My evil eye has your back.
Seconds left before insertion.
interesting here to see the Maestro opening up the stock wall here. And we'll see a shield here, nice shield here from the smoke to peek on into Cigar Lounge.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Once again, we see Repulse rappelling onto the roof, opening the hatches, trying to get as many picks as possible from here. The minibar wall is actually left soft this time, which could allow for Sledge or Sophia to open this up and get on into Cigar for free. But they will have a lot of work to do. One Nitro does get ripped, but it does get used as well. That's Mutes Nitro, and it doesn't connect with anyone. Not sure where that was used. So aggressive peeks there from the Mute or the smoke to try and peek the Skylight. Doesn't land any kills, but does scare off one player. The Amara here is very close to this Mute playing here at the pillar door. They're sitting on either side of the door. Mute will peek out and finally kill the Amara. Unfortunate there for Spix to lose that fight. So we'll be pushing on in to Cigar, and they see these holes, which could be a real problem for them to take care of the shield. Flashes go out, drops comes through, and just a double kill on the round for the Mute as he gets one more. And the third tagged on from Mozzie. Smoke pushes on out into Cigar, and he's facing against this Sophia. Summer almost finds one, but gets taken out by Mozzie. It's all down to one last player, and it's a flawless round from Delta Force there. Coming back strong, putting the score to 5-3. kitchen will get picked up this time from the F6. Once again, the Lion in play, also with Glaz. I wonder if we'll see a sick pick on to someone else from one of those. But no, we do have someone already in play. An RX switched off onto a My. There you go, the Glaz switched off onto Sophia.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Deploying field. Magnet deployed. Device placed. Activating jammer. Activated device.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left.
Delphos haven't actually reinforced the second bakery wall, which could be a real problem for them. They're trying to get it done, but I don't think anyone has one in pocket to do. No, Mute will be doing it. Risky though to do it on the inside of bakery. Bakery wall door opened up and the Mute is still playing inside of here. It could be a lost kill there, and there we go. See Barrack cut with the opening frag, Mute taken down off the board straight away. It's a big loss there to lose out that C4. He has placed schedule, so it's not the end of the world. It's not looking so good for Delta Force so far. Jump will play inside of Bakery behind the counter, but he will actually rotate back out. We have the Smoke here playing inside of Prep Room, making sure that the attackers can't push on in so quickly. One EDD will go out. One EO. EE1D. Buck will find a second kill there, and that's the visual taken down as well, so it's now 5 vs 3. Repulse looking good in this round so far. Looking to send us into match point for them if they can just finish things out here quickly. They still have a minute and 40 seconds left, so they have plenty of time. All 3 players will push down onto the first floor. So Repulse could use so much vertical play, but no one seems to be pushing upstairs at all. But the Gridlock will get taken down there from jump, though might doing a lot of work so far for his team. There we go, we will actually see the players aggressively pushing on into train now, and Buck will be using his gadget to open up the floor inside of train. The Claymore will also go down to watch the flank. Angle's being held here from above. They won't be able to catch anyone out so far though. The Wamai is actually outside. I'm not so sure where he was going. Now pushes on up the red stairs. Tries to find one, but is taken down by the Buck, leaving his team in a 4 vs 2 now. Repulse still with 50 seconds left on the round. Plenty of time to work with. Kevin will find one there with a nitro. It's a good start, but he still has 3 to find. 2 vs 3 still. Freezer wall gets opened up, and there will be contention here from the Bandit, playing behind a nice shield here to watch a Freezer breach. Stuns will go out to try and figure out exactly where the players are playing, but they only have 20 seconds left, so these 3 remaining players from Repulse have to push on in, try and get the diffuser down, try and get these 2 final kills. Bandit will put the diffuser down, and Kevin will get one for himself. So it's all down to Sophia, 1 vs 2 now, no time left. He has to go for these kills, but it's not looking likely. Pushes back on out, tries to find the Bandit. They both miss somehow, and there we go. Bandit finishes things off 5 to 4 now, getting a lot closer for Delta Force now. Reading and Fireplace will be the site picked out last for Delta Force. A Pulse was teased there very quickly, but he's picked out the alibi instead. I imagine was he a 6 pick there. And it's actually the Jaeger picked out instead, or the Legion. Would have been nice to see some Pulse play. But no, Jaeger is getting picked out instead. You do need those ADSs.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Razor wire is deployed.
Bomb located by attackers.
We see similar angles here from Delta Force to try and open up on into the fireplace site so they can hold it securely from inside of reading instead.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left.
I imagine we're going to have some sort of setup upstairs. Yep, here we have the two players of the Bandit and the Maestro setting up. Aggressive peek there from the Jaeger, I believe that was, to try and that kill, but doesn't find anyone. Scares the Amara off for a bit though. Very wary of these peeks, and Jaeger still peeking, but will get taken down. Unadvised there for the Jaeger to peek so aggressively. He loses life, which puts his team at the man disadvantage.
Reloading! Cover me! I know Svidros.
Drones will come out onto the top floor to try and figure out exactly where these players are. Double kill there from the Valkyrie to find both the Sledge and Lion early on. It's not so good. Bandit will find a third as well, so Repulse now looking weak as they go on into the second minute of the round. It's another there triple kill on the round for the Valkyrie. That's Mara taken off the board, and it's now all down to Thermite 1 versus 4. He has a minute 45 seconds left to work with. A bit of damage there onto the Bandit, but is taken down ultimately by the Maestro. Delta Force even things up at 5-5 now. Bar and Cocktail were picked out once again from Delta Force. Looks like they've both won and lost once so far. An RX picked out. Actually, no, Wamai's changed to here from Jump. Probably going to be holding the pixel with that. Shield. Amara was get picked out here from Repulse. It's an interesting pick. You don't often see her. It's mainly for the gun, but I would imagine most teams would prefer to bring the Zofia or the Ash for the utility over the Amara.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I see a pulse shotgun here. Not something you see too often, but it is really strong if you can use it well enough. Once again, Delta Force opening up this stock wall. I'm actually going to play the same shield inside of Freezer to watch on into the Cigar and create a crossfire the player at Pixel. Falcam here on the lamp, which will feed intel to the players below as well as the pulse. So I would imagine we're going to see some C4 kills here for Delta Force.
Device activated. Deploying ADS. ADS deployed and ready to go.
Heartbeat sensor deployed.
Sledge will be joining in below. They know about these C4 players below, so they have to try and clear them out, but no one's actually down here. The Jaeger is, but I don't know where the Pulse is actually. He's a top red trying to get a C4 killer, might find one. Doesn't net anything there, unfortunate there. Almost finds, I believe, the Amaru, but no. wasted C4, and the Pulse is also taken down there alone with a kill for himself. Jaeger's still down here inside a bakery trying to get a kill, but no one's repelling, so we won't be able to find anyone from this run out. Only 3 players on site. They could all easily get overwhelmed if Repulse read into this and try and get aggressive here, but it doesn't look like they will. They're going to try and open up into Cigar, which has actually been reinforced out of stock now. The Mara will drop on in and get a drone out. But unfortunately there for Buck to lose out that gunfight. Jump will find one for himself, taking down that player on the roof through the skylight. Cams here will feed intel to the team, and they will know about this IQ pushing on in to Cigar. It's strange that we don't see IQ using her gadget to try and find out these cams, but just a lot of intel left here, and Valk will peek out and get 2 there. That's a triple kill on the round for him. And Mara almost got him, but missed out, and Smoke will finish her off, and it's all down to 1 on Solinary, and it's taken down as well. Now, actually, Delta Force will come back from a 5-2 deficit up to a 6-5 now, so that's 4 rounds in a row for them, and they're on match point now. Kitchener says the site they picked out, a site they look very strong on, so Repulse will have to change things quite a bit if they want to win this game out, or at least push us to overtime. It seems like a similar lineup from Delta Force, but I don't think they had the Goyo in there before, so it's a nice alteration to pick him out, and Lion once again 6 picked off onto the Thermite. You do need that hard breach, so it's a good idea.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Let's go. We see this nice shield here from Delta Force to watch Freezer breach if it does get opened up. I imagine we'll have the same one inside the prep room as well to watch out for the bakery push. We also see Jaeger here setting up for a bakery hold. Bakery hold behind the counter, setting up these ADSs.
5 seconds to insertion. Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Actually, I don't think we have anyone playing inside a bakery. No, the ADS was set up inside of there, but no one playing it. It's a bit of a waste utility, really. Amaru here, rather, pushing on to the roof. Just not to see how use the gadget. It will be a full map clear, I'd assume, here from Repulse, trying to figure out exactly where the Romans are playing. They have the Vigil here playing inside of Reading, so he could be a massive problem for the drones. He's able to avoid them as much as possible, waste as much time as possible. He is the only one Roman, though. They have all 4 players down below from Delta Force. The Vigil will take a lot of damage here, peek on out and lose his life. Unfortunate there. Goyo does peek on up though and get the refrag. So Vigil traded out there for the IQ. It's a pretty good trade in my opinion. Taking the IQ off the board before she can get into the building and really figure out exactly where the gadgets are and take those out. Now with that minute and 30 seconds shaved off the clock, Repulse have map control, and there goes a double kill for Jump there as he just hides away inside of the garage. He takes on the Ash as well. Minute 20 seconds left, so Repulse really have to do something. They're not really using vertical plays. Thermite here does get one. That's the Jaeger of Hades taken out. Thermite does open up into prep as well, and he might be able to get this bakery will open, but there's bandit batteries on the wall and they can't use the vertical there, they stay down here. Goyo pushes back onto site, and for the final minute of the round, all 3 players will be playing in here. Repulse have plenty of free room with this 50 seconds left to try and do something, but they seem really splintered so far. They have 1 player inside a bakery and 2 players on brown bar. The Thermite here trying to push on into prep, but he will get a... he will be facing this smoke if he decides to push in. Only 30 seconds left, so he can start to smoke things off soon. There we go, Thermite will be denied access here, so he's going to rotate around to try and go through the double door with his teammate. Actually, he's trying to open up the red wall instead with only 20 seconds left, so they might have to just rush through this breach. Smoke still has 2 canisters in the pocket, so he can delay as much time as he wants. 10 seconds left, so Repulse needs to do something, and Mario goes down to the Thermite. It's all done to Hibana in a 1 versus 3. She takes down the smoke, so she only has 3 seconds left, 1 versus 2, and is taken down. Then we have a Delta Force win 7-5, just about clutching things out there. 5 rounds in a row secure them that victory.